welcome to this video. And here we're going to be looking at the week 10 application questions. So in the first one it says the image shows the different layers below the skin. A needle is angled at the injection site to reach the target layer. Which angle must be used to reach the muscle? Actually, in this one they tell you the answer, but you want to make sure that it is at a 90-degree angle. The occupational therapy assistant, OTA, is studying the mechanics of motion. When a client moves from laying 180-degree position to sitting a 90-degree position, they are only able to raise themselves up to 42 degrees before requiring assistance. The client's goal is to move from laying to sitting without any assistance. How many degrees of motion must the client be assisted to sitting? Hint, this is called the complementary angle. Okay, so we've got someone who is laying and they're trying to go from laying down to sitting straight up. Now we know that this is a 90-degree angle right here. So from laying down to sitting up. However, this patient is only able to go from laying down to 42 degrees. So we're going to draw an angle right here. And all they can do, and we're going to label it 42 degrees. Now we know that their goal is 90 degrees, so we're going to find out how many degrees they must be assisted before they can be sitting all the way up. So from the 90, which is the goal, they can only do 42 by themselves. And we want to know how much they must be helped. Now, this is called the complementary angle, like they said. And so now this is just a simple subtraction problem. We have 90 minus 42 gives us x equals 48 degrees. This is how much assistance they must receive. Okay. A nurse is having a slow end to their shift while waiting to give report. They calculate how many degrees the hour hand on the clock must pass between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. Okay. So we know that the entire clock here is 360 degrees and there are 12 hours on the clock. So let's set up a proportion. We're going to do that there are 12 hours total. And this is going to give us 360 degrees. But they want to know how many degrees are between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. Well, let's see. How many hours is that? We've got 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., which is going to be 4 hours. So I'm going to line up my units here, hours on the top. And then we want to know how many degrees that is. So that's going to be x. Okay, so now let's cross multiply. I've got 360 times 4 gives me 1,440. And then I've got 12 times x gives me 12x. Okay, now we can solve for x by dividing both sides by 12. This will cancel and it gives me x equals 120 degrees. So that is how many degrees are between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. Typically, a healthy client should be able to bend their knee 145 degrees. A client with severe osteoarthritis is only able to bend their knee 62 degrees. How many degrees of motion has this client lost? Okay, so this is a simple subtraction problem. They should be able to do 145, but they only can do 62. So let's subtract and find the difference. So you can do 145 minus 62 equals x. And when we do that and we subtract, we find that they've lost 83 degrees of motion. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'll see you in the next video.